This is our first on our own solo
They're on the
try.
ground.
Yeah, they fall out. You have to pull the trap up quick or else they will escape. And we had a few problems, but we managed to get a sizable number. I would say there's about 20, 25 or 30.
Oh, there's a group.
Okay, all right.
Gotta go. What are you doing, Bruce?
Oh, I'm pulling up a crab pot. We'll see what we
Wait,
get.
what are you doing,
I mean, a
Bruce?
shrimp pot.
We're new to shrimping, so we always revert back to crabbing.
Well, this is our 5th or 6th pull.
So we installed this awesome puller, which is doing a kind of good job, except for we have a really crappy mount here. That it's not that the mount's bad; it's our railing isn't for it. But anyway, we dropped the pot down 330 feet, and it should be coming up soon. Sweet Pea's waiting. There she is over there. This is our stinky shrimp juice that we put on the stinky shrimp food. Really disgusting. And uh-oh, Bruce is falling apart here. We'll see what happens. I think the pot's coming soon. We still don't seem to be exactly over it, so I think he's got a ways to go. Let's see here. When it comes up, I'm gonna have to stop the video because I have to pull that pot and I have to see those shrimp.
I'll pull it.
Okay, we'll trade places in a sec. And then what we do is see, we got the dinghy lowered. We're out here in the middle of nowhere, by the way. And we'll drop it into the dinghy because shrimp tend to, like, they're escaping. That's why we have to pull it up fast and not stop, because the shrimp are finding their way out of this pot as fast as they can. So usually when we put it in the dinghy, we got a few laying in the bottom of the dinghy. Oh, here it comes, here it comes. Okay, let's trade places here. Okay, you're standing on my bucket.
How did you know?
I could see it down there. I could see it getting straight down there.
See it?
It's not the pot, but I can see the rope is straightening out.
Oh, here we go, here we go. Oh, wow.
Holy shit, pull him up, pull him up.
Whoa, look at that. Don't lose any.
Oh my.
God.
Oh
We
my.
got a shitload this time.
Oh, and there, see this one trying to escape that sucker? I'm gonna eat him. Get in there. Okay, now I gotta get a bucket. Wow, good haul, man. I said
That
we
is
put
the
this
best haul
right
we
down,
had.
right down in here again.
Yep, let's do it.
Okay, let me get the bucket.
Over now.
Good job. Woo! Well, we got our limit. These are our shrimp / prawns / sweet shrimp / spotted prawns. That's what they're called. And these are our traps. Oh, Bruce, we got to get the bait out of them. Don't forget.
Yep.
The bait is this really stinky
Damn it.
stuff that evidently shrimp love.
Okay, here you go.
And anyway, super stoked.
Well, that was interesting. We're just now going back into Roche Harbor and from our shrimping expedition. And we had 2 problems. Everything worked out fine, but the first problem was when it was windy, number 1, current, number 2, and number 3, we have a kind of a hodgepodge of floats, a mixture of 3 little floats and 3 Crystal Geyser water bottles, which on a rope. Really kind of hokey, to be honest with you. We're going to have to change all that. So anyway, make a long story with that part of the problem was the boat drifted over the floats. Floats got wrapped up underneath the boat, under the swim step where the trim tabs were. Now, fortunately, we shut the boat off and we're not near anything, but I had to work pretty hard to extricate ourselves from the trim tab. I don't know, how long did it take us, Deb?
At least 5 minutes.
No, I say 15 minutes.
No, wasn't that? It seemed like 15.
Well, it was
Maybe 10.
It was sort of a panic situation because it was all wrapped up under there. You can't start the engine. What are you going to do? You know, you're just drifting. So thank goodness we learned a vital lesson. Debbie's she knows now how to operate the thrusters and start the engine if need be to keep us away from the floats when we throw it in. And so the second part of the problem was we went to pick up our second pot. Oh, by the way, we did pretty good on the first pot. We got, 50 some odd shrimp. So we did really good. And we went to pull up the second pot, which is our cheap, funky pot that's got hung up before. And I used this folding anchor as a weight to weight the boat down. Well, it must have opened up a little bit and snagged. And we fought that thing for 15 minutes or so. And hooked the line up, put the boat in reverse, and then that didn't work, and put it forward a different direction. Finally, it broke loose. We were able to pull it up, and we got a whopping 3 shrimp.
No, 4.
Oh, 4.
Yeah.
But they were big shrimp.
Yeah, because they were so big they couldn't escape.
Yeah, and so anyway, make a long story short, we got our pot back, and we get smarter every time.
We're gonna get rid of that anchor.
Yes, and put more weight in it. Maybe get one of those square weights again.
Yeah.
Anyway, we learn a lot. Every time we go out, we learn something. So right now we're going really slow because we're waiting for our friends to catch up. We'll see how they did.
And where are we going?
So we are right now in beautiful Roche Harbor, and we're going to thread through that pass called
Mosquito Pass.
Yes, Mosquito Pass. And there's strong currents. There's already a strong current out here. And then we're going to Garrison Bay,
where we will anchor for the night and possibly clam a little bit later. Or maybe now. I think it's low tide now.
Yeah, we got to catch it.
Ooh, oysters
All right.
for dinner.
Good job, Debbie.
Alrighty.
How long do we shrimp for? We're going to put
Well,
the pots down
we're going out at slack tide.
and
so
also no current.
we're a little confused as to what time slack tide is, so we've sort of had to average it from different monitoring stations in the area. But there's just so many little islands all around
And then
that
you also
it's hard
have to
to
take
determine.
into account the current. Slack and current are not necessarily the same thing. So there on your Navionics, your new Navionics, it shows you the current, as well as on my Garmin, there's also a chart for current. So you kind of have to get it from all these different angles and figure out really what the best time is and average it out. But pretty much when you get out there, you know if it's really running strong, you may not want to put out your traps and wait. You always get a little early out there and then go from there.
But we're all new to this, so we're figuring it out as we go, talking to a lot of people.
But we've been successful.
We've been very successful. So we dropped our shrimp pots, and we have to wait for 45 minutes to an hour till all the shrimp go in their Hotel California and can never check out. But meanwhile, Bruce has taken me over to a shelf over here. It's like 76 feet deep, and I'm gonna try fishing. I'm going to jig. I got this little jig here, and I don't know what I'm doing. I admit that totally. But I bought this stinky, it's called smelly jelly, and I rubbed it all over my lure and my hook. I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do or not. And so anyway, we're going to go out here, and I'm going to see if I can catch a fish. Every other time that I've done this, I only catch dogfish. And that's very disappointing because they're hard to get off the hook and throw back. But it is fun to reel them in. Okay, we got a fish. We don't know what the fish is. We wish it was a halibut, but we're hoping it's not a dogfish. We got a dogfish yesterday. If you don't know, a dogfish is this freaky looking ugly little shark that is not good eating.
There it is.
Okay, what do we got? What do we got?
Dogfish.
Oh no! Today we collected oysters on the beach. And we are going to barbecue them right now. We're sitting at this beautiful anchorage. It's just gorgeous here. And Bruce Jesus is preparing the pico de gallo to put on top of the oysters. What do you got there, Bruce?
We're going to do oysters Mexican style with the pico de gallo, and then we're going to do it Japanese style with the ponzu sauce.
Ooh.
And then we're going to just have regular oyster with a lime on the top.
Ooh, sounds awesome.
Okay, so we've been preparing for the last hour. This is for our feast. This day is titled "Living Off the Sea," and we literally have worked all day to procure these very delicious. All right, let me start.
Delicacies?
Delectable delicacies. Anyway, so what we have are the oysters we got this morning. We have it done 3 different ways. We have it with pico de gallo. That's what these are right here. And then ponzu, Japanese style with
Here's
ponzu.
the pico de gallo.
And then we have one that we're going to just leave raw with, that you can put a little lime on. That's the ponzu sauce. So, and then over here is the Mexican style shrimp and oyster cocktail. So what I did was I took some of the oyster meat, and you can see it in the bowl there, and then the shrimp. And so we're going to put a little oyster in each one, and then some shrimp in each one. That's enough, Debbie. And then we're going to, now Debbie's going to mix it up, but she's going to fill the thing up with some lime juice rather, because we squeezed about 8 limes.
Where's the lime juice?
It's in the bottom of the
Oh, okay.
pico de gallo. So what you're going to do, Debbie, is pour just some of it in there.
Okay.
There you go, and then some in there, and then fill up the rest of the bowl with it. Ideally, it would be better to have more lime juice.
No, this looks...
Okay, you want to fill it up, Deborah.
What do you mean fill it up?
The whole thing up to the top. So you're going to put put more,
Pico de gallo, you mean?
yes, and also more shrimp.
Okay.
You want to fill the whole thing up.
Okay.
Just divvy it out. Very good. And then we got this Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand. It's Kirkland, but man, Kirkland has good wine for not much money. And that's going to pair really well with this. And I forgot to mention the cocktails, just the regular shrimp cocktails. Now, what's nice about these shrimps, they call them spotted prawns, but I did research and it turns out they are actually in the shrimp family, but they call them prawns. But it's a spotted shrimp, and they're way tastier than the shrimp that most people eat. It's very sweet and firm, and it's really almost like the nearest thing would be king crab, I think, to the flavor. And I think it's my favorite thing of all, though I do like Dungeness crab as well. So that's it.
And here's an oyster before it gets popped open to look like that, but it's all cooked.
But this is all stuff we got today, that we fished for today. So what do you say, Gracie? Good
I
job.
don't know. Give me 5.
All right.
Can't wait to eat.